start understanding the simulation, let me ask you with a couple of questions. What is your understanding on a simulation? What is a simulation? What do you understand by a simulation? Any idea on simulation? Yes? Simulation?
So, so, so can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Basically, it means that it's basically a virtual environment to give us an idea about the actual thing.
Absolutely. Aritik, you have given fantastic explanation of simulation. Like it gives an idea that how the structure, how the things, how the function works in a virtual way, not in a physical and actual way. Okay, it's just a replica, and what we can say, it's just a replica, or we can say it's approximately an imagination of an operation of a process that actually happens in the real time. Okay, it's a imitation of a situation or a process. Simulation is a imitation, it's artificial, it's not real. Now there is a very popular tool which is called as cloud analytics. Okay, so I will show you the screen now and I'll share this with you also. Are you able to see the screen, everyone? So this is very important from the practical point of view. Okay, so do check with it. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what you have to do is you have to go to this folder cloud analytics and you have to click on this run part. So when you click on the run part, it will run. So you can see that now the software is started. Are you able to see the screen? So what is on the screen now?
Yes, sir. That's the map. World map.
It's a world map, right? Now you can see here in the red, this is called as data center, DC, data center 1. So there is a data center which is there on a particular region in the world. Second is UB, which is called as user base. So user base is there. We have a data center and a user base. Now what we have to do is we have to fire some queries from the user base to the data center. Data center will process those queries and data center will generate a report out of it. Okay. So to configure the simulation, we have to go to configuration. So when we click on the configuration here, you can see the first part, which is with respect to running down the simulation duration. So you can see this is the simulation duration. So if you want to run the simulation for 60 minutes, so 60 minutes the transaction will be done with the user base with the server. You can also make it hour, you can also make it day, but don't make it high. Don't make it in hours or don't make it in days because it will take longer time to run the simulation. So simulation will take longer time. Now the second part is the user base. So currently we have only one user base. If you can see, we have only one user base and we have only one data center. So we can add one more user base also. We can click on add and we can have one more user base also. We can click one more and we can have third user base also. We can click on fourth user base and we can click on fifth user base. So we have now 5 user bases. Okay. Now there are 5 user bases and it is from two region only. So we can change the region also. So region number 0, region number 1, region number 2, region number 3, region number 4. So now there are 4 regions in the user bases. So four user bases from 5 user bases from 5 different location. I'll click on the done and you can see. Now user base 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 3 and 5. So can you see now user bases are from different location. So user is now located at 5 different location in the world, but there is only one data center. So all the user will try to communicate with only one data center. So let us see more in configuration. So we can also add data centers also, but to add the data center, we need to go to data center configuration. So when we click on the data center configuration, you can add one more data center. So now you have data center 1 with 0 location, data center 2 from second location. You can keep all the data center to one location also. You can keep all the data center at different location also. So I'll add 2 data center now. I can add more also, but I will add only 2. Now the architecture of the data center is x86, operating system is Linux, virtual machine manager is VMM. Cost per hour of the transaction is 0.1. Cost per memory is 0.005. Storage also and data transfer also. You can change the cost also. So whatever you are configuring, you can change the cost as well. And the number of physical unit can be added. So for here we have 2 physical unit. You can see here also you can add one more physical unit, and now you have 2 physical unit for this. So it automatically changes. Now when you come to the main configuration, here you can add one more data center 2. So you have data center 1 and data center 2. Okay. So you can see now data center 1 and data center 2, right? You can change the location also, like you can go to configuration, data center, and if you change the location like 4 and this is 3, so you can see now the data centers are located to different geographical region. So you can change the location also of the data center, whatever you feel. Now it is more nearer to the 3 user bases here. Now after going to data center, we have advanced, where how many users are there from user base, how many requests need to be transferred from a particular data center, and how many executable instruction length need to transfer. What is the load balancing policy that we are looking for, whether it is round robin, equally spread, or equally throated, whatever policy it is, you can see policy also. So these are policy for balancing the load on the data center. So once we are done with the configuration, we can save the configuration setting as well. We can go and we can save 1, 2, 3, and I can save the configuration setting as well. Now I am done with the simulation part. Now you can see my configuration is done. Now I'll run the simulation by clicking on the run part. So once I click on the run part, you will see that the transaction and the communication from the user base will start with this 2 data center. So I'll click the run, and you can see the communication has been done. 2 user communicated this 2 data center, and 3 user communicated with this data center. And why this communication happened? Because of the balancing of the load. Now you can see the summary. Here you can compare that user base 1 communicated and got a response back, user 2 communicated and got a response back, and the overall time consumed was 320 millisecond. Data center processing time was 0.40 millisecond. And finally, when we come here, the total cost you can see the total cost, the data center total cost consumed by the data center is around $1 per virtual machine. Total virtual machine cost was $1, and total data transfer cost was $0.32. You can even export this result in the form of PDF also. So if you want to export it in the form of PDF, and save it also in the PDF format, and you can see the result, graph, user base, response time, everything, communication with the data center, cost per data center, cost per VM, everything is there. Now questions. Do you understood the simulation?
Yes, sir.
Do you understood that how it is calculating the cost and how it is calculating the time that a data center is communicating? Yes. Any doubt in this? Anyone is having
Sir,
any
can
doubt?
you please explain that again, the calculation part?
Calculation we don't need to do by ourselves, but it is automatically done. I'll show you. Uh, so you are able to see the screen now. Calculation, right? Avi, are you able to see the
Yes,
screen?
sir.
So
Yes.
see how many data centers we took. How many data center we took? We took 2 data center and 5 user base, right? So you can
Yes,
see
sir.
the result. The result is calculated for all the user base. User base location 1, user base location 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 location we got the result. Like what was the average processing time, what was the minimum processing time and what was the maximum processing time. On the other hand, when we comes below, you can see the average request serving time. So when a request has reached to a data center 1, what was the time that has taken by data center 1 to process it? So what is your observation on this? Which data center took lesser average time compared to each other?
Data center 2.
Correct, absolutely correct. And when you come below, you will also able to see the cost. So data center 1, the cost was 0.50. Data center 2, the cost was 50. Data center 1, the cost was 50.50. The data transfer cost was 0.19 because there are few machines who have there are were 3 machines which communicated with data center 2. On the other hand, there were only 2 machines which communicated with data center 1. So you can see the difference. Data transfer cost will be higher for data center 2 and data center 1 the cost is lower. So this is the total cost on the virtual machine data transfer. Now you got it? You got the result now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else who has not understood the simulation? This is a very important simulation because this particular simulations are mostly used for a very high study purpose. Like in PhD, people use such simulation for getting on the result, applying various algorithms and policies on the system. So this is a very good technical simulation that I am giving to you for uh, study purpose. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. So I'll stop the recording now here.